All right, it's time. Come, let's go meet Deepica.
Hello.
Hi. Thank you so much for having us here.
Come in. So welcome to my apartment.
Wow, I love your place. It's so beautiful, white, clean, and it's gorgeous.
Compact.
Yeah, well, that's New York for you, right?
New York, right? Yeah. It's like my home/studio, so I film from here too.
Wonderful. I'd love to see it.
Okay, so this is the living room.
Very
I love how
nice.
you can basically see the entire apartment, but there are sections to it.
It's beautiful. And tell me about this.
Yeah, okay, so this is my favorite part. So the entire apartment, I kind of wanted to keep the kind of color scheme to be really like soft and vibrant because I feel like, you know this, you're in New York right now, and it's like, I feel like it's very like concrete jungle. So I want my apartment to feel like feminine, but still have kind of like a strong staple kind of accent pieces. And to me, this is one of them. It was really important to kind of incorporate, you know, my culture and my family into my apartment. And so this is my amama, which is my grandma's sari. And my mom had it, and then I was like, Mom, my grandma passed away, so I thought it was really important to have that in my apartment. It's so beautiful. Whenever the light hits it, it's just like, I don't know, I feel like when I was younger, I never appreciated the beauty of saris. And now I'm like, I posted it, and I feel like a lot of girls were like, oh my God, how did you actually get it on a canvas?
And that's very creative. I just was going to say that.
And actually at the entrance of my apartment, I have like a little cute Ganesh. It's like a little marble one, and my mom told me that means like good luck. So I felt like it was an important thing to have like right when you walk into the
That's
place.
right,
Yeah,
that's right.
yeah.
And that's part of your culture. You're from South India,
Yes,
correct?
Yes, Andhra Pradesh. I speak Telugu. Broken Telugu, but I speak it. Okay, so this is my first apartment that I actually have like a really beautiful like tall mirror that shows my entire outfit, which is gonna sound like really silly, but a part of like the job is showing like what I'm wearing and showing people like what the brands are. So every morning I take a like boomerang or picture for Instagram in front of this mirror.
And by the way, I love what you're wearing.
Oh, thank you.
Tell me about it. Is it sponsored? You can do a plug.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm actually wearing All Express. I have a partnership with them. It was really cool. Like, I just remember growing up, I used to wear it all the time. And then I got like a call from them to do a campaign for the holiday season with them. And then now I've just kind of been continuing that partnership. And I remember going to express.com and seeing my face, and it was cool. It was like a brown girl on Express. It was cool.
That's really nice, and you look beautiful.
Thank you. I
And
just filmed a tutorial.
Okay.
Literally right before you came
What
here.
did you film?
So I had my amazing friend, Makeup by Priyanka, come over and do makeup on me because my channel is way more about like the everyday girl figuring out how to put on a liquid liner and how you can, how to contour your face, which is like so defeating for people, I feel like. And so whenever I want to do like a intense makeup look like I have on right now, like 14 layers, I have Priyanka come in, or some makeup artist friend of mine, because I kind of translate their techniques for the everyday person. So we did this like plum smoky situation.
It looks great. I love it.
I'm
And it's
trying-
going great with the whole
No,
white
right?
look because
I'm
it
about
offsets it. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
For summer,
yeah.
it's like so good.
Perfect.
It just feels, and it's like really hot today. So okay, so it was really important for me as I was like building out this small space to make it sectional so I can separate my like work and life and kind of somehow create a balance in this hectic New York world. This is where I film all my tutorials. For the longest time, in the past 2 years that I've been doing this, I've just been trying to either film at the YouTube space in New York City or just finding any backdrop, and I realized like this is my full-time job. I need to make it so I can just wake up and film a tutorial if I feel inspired to make a tutorial. So I love that like I see the view of New York City, you know, it's an inspiring thing.
Look
you
at
get
that
to
in a
see.
little camera there.
Yeah, so I put my camera, so this is actually a permanent thing. I had somebody come in, and I'm not a production person, so it stresses me out. So now this thing, all I have to do when I wake up is it stays right here. I just turn on my light, I hit start, and I start to record. And I have this like cute little glam board right here, and what I do is every tutorial, I just take the products I'm using at the time and put it into here and then put them right back because things could get crazy otherwise. And I will show you how crazy they get. I literally get 40 boxes of makeup sent to me every week. Like, that's not an exaggerated number.
Wow, 40 boxes.
Yeah, it's honestly a dream come true, right? But it's also really stressful because I have a tiny apartment. So I finally found a way to kind of take these IKEA shelves and make it still look beautiful, inspiring, but also useful. So all of these are kind of like little organized drawers of all the products I have. And to be honest, every 2 weeks I have to do like a clean out, and I do a lot of giveaways with the products, or I donate it. And
I can't imagine how organized you are.
I have to be or I'll go crazy. So I have so many lipsticks. But it's also my favorite thing in the world to experiment. I feel like you really like lipsticks too, right?
I do.
Yeah, I could see you having fun with lip colors. I feel like more They See girls need to experiment with lip colors, so I always try to show bold, fun shades. More lip products, and honestly, all these drawers are all lip products too. It's great.
More brushes.
More brushes, fragrances, and yeah, when you open this, I have to get organized or I'll go crazy. You have to. More jewelry, and then look, this is an entire drawer of lipsticks, and it's like Estee Lauder, MAC, NARS. It's just like cray. So when I go to LA, to be honest, the big reason is I feel like I need to have a dedicated room for this, but I feel like I made it work. I made it work here.
You made it work really well. Wow.
I tried. Yeah, so I just filmed a tutorial, like I said, right here with Priyanka, and I've kind of created like a routine for how I make my tutorials. I'm actually doing a tutorial on Monday with Reshma Beauty products using the turmeric mask.
Yes, we can't wait.
I know, I'll send it to you. It's gonna be good.
Sounds good. So tell me, how did you get into this business?
Okay, well, I'm from Texas. I have a very traditional Indian family, as I feel like a lot of us do. All medical professionals. But I was always that girl since I was a little kid that told my dad I was gonna do something different. I was, in his mind, different meant lawyer. I was like, no, Dad, when I say different, I mean like completely different. And you know, when I was 16, I was the girl always putting on makeup for all my cousins, my friends. I was just like, I was that girl. Like on a Friday night, my favorite thing to do was to stay in and do people's makeup. So because of that, makeup being my obsession and having the parents that I had, I went to college with the mindset of, okay, if I can't be a makeup artist, then I want to get into the corporate side of beauty. My intention for that was to learn how to market beauty products and work for the biggest beauty brand in the world, which was L'Oreal. And I started to work for them, and I did a summer internship my junior year of college. Basically, I did the internship, and after that, I did not get the full-time offer from L'Oreal. And I was devastated. So long story short, after that happened, I ended up doing a brief stint in Columbus, Ohio. Have you been to Columbus, Ohio?
No, I haven't.
You don't need to. Just kidding. I'm sorry. I take it back. I'm just kidding. And so that's when I started my beauty blog. So I started a blog, a Tumblr account called skindeepblog.tumblr.com, and I felt like so proud of that name because it felt like a play on my name. It was a hobby. It was like my passion. It was like I was an analyst at Victoria's Secret by day, and then at night I would just blog. There's this company called Shoe Dazzle, and that was what like first started this like understanding for me of like, okay, so you can sign up for this company and get a pair of shoes sent to you every single month that was customized by a stylist. I was thinking in my head, why doesn't that exist for beauty? Like, why isn't there a company sending you stuff like that to your door? And then so I called my cousin, the same one that went to Harvard, got the 1600 on the SATs, knows all of the fancy finance people. I was like, let's start this company. So I bought a URL for makeuptrunk.com. And in my mind, I thought I was gonna start this revolutionary business model of sending beauty products to your door, helping you discover new makeup. A couple of days later, I found out it exists. It's called Birchbox, and they're crushing it. So a month after like 7 interviews, I got the job, and I quit my job at Victoria's Secret 9 months in at the company and decided to go for it.
Tell me a day in Deepica's life.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, that is so like varied. So it was really crazy. So I was working at Birchbox, and my role was primarily a marketing role. And I also, because it's a startup, it was so awesome. You got to work on any part of the company that you cared to. So I started to work on the influencer program for Birchbox, and I was like, they asked me like, what South Asian do I follow? I couldn't think of one person. And so I kind of thought of the same thing as the blog, and I was like, if nobody else watches it, at least my friends and family will. And so I took the blog and made it into video content and started my YouTube channel January of 2015. Made it my New Year's resolution. So I picked up my iPhone, I filmed a tutorial, held it vertically the wrong way, and did a tip that I've been using for years. And it was something that a makeup artist had taught me. And I used red lipstick under my eyes to hide dark circles. And I guess people found that to be crazy, because I mean, it does sound a little crazy, right? It's like, why are you putting red lipstick underneath your eyes? But it was the theory of color correcting, which you know as a beauty person. And it got picked up by BuzzFeed. My life changed forever. It was crazy. I would wake up, I had to set up a Google alert because it was like all of a sudden, Vogue India, Cosmo UK, Daily Mail, Elle Spain, Refinery 29, like boom, boom, boom. And then at the same time, I saw the video go from 10,000 views, which by the way, made my life, because I'm like this girl who just started her channel thinking maybe 500 of my close friends will see it, or some close friends. And then 100,000 views, 1 million views. And then when it hit 4 million views, I got an email from the Today Show to come on and do the segment on air. And I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna be the next Hoda. Like in my mind, I was like, I'm gonna be the South Asian Hoda and be on TV. And it was so exciting. And so I quit my job that day. I went to my CEO and I told her, I was like, I just have to know if this is like what I'm supposed to do. And I did the Today Show, and it was like the most surreal experience of my life. My dad was with me. My sister was my model on air. Kid Rock was sitting next to my dad in the dressing room. It was hilarious.
How exciting.
It was such a cool moment. After the segment was done, I was like just talking to the producers, and I was like, let's do it again, thinking they would just like laugh at me and be like, all right, we gotta go to the next thing. But this girl walks in and she was like, you should do it again. And I was like, what? She was like, I'm a senior producer here. We can't believe this is your first time doing TV. We'd love to have you back. It was amazing. So I started to be I did it like once a month, and I kind of could officially call myself an on-air beauty expert. And then I did Dr. Oz, and it was just like all this was happening one after another. And I was simultaneously building my YouTube channel at the same time. And here I am 2 years later, doing it full time and in my apartment, and now I finally feel like I have a rhythm. 2 years into this, I know I'm gonna go insane and burn out if I don't create some sort of like, okay, so this is my meetings day, this is my filming day, this is my editing day, this is my, let me give one day where I have a day off, which, you know, we're workaholics and it's kind of like impossible to do that, but I finally have created some sort of like rhythm in my day. So today's video is on a DIY face mask using an ingredient that I feel like is all the rage right now. Like everywhere I go, it went from coconut oil to, drumroll, turmeric. Turmeric.
I would love for you to try our products.
Yes, that's not even a question. Okay,
Reshma
so
Beauty, I gave you a little
for
gift
the
bag.
record, I will say this right now. When there's a lot of friends and family and South Asian people who reach out and stuff, and I never want to talk to my followers about something I don't personally believe in or use or think is great. And we just talked about this. I'm trying to create a rhythm in my stuff, so I have not actually used these products. However, the whole principle of everything your brand stands for, and I mean, you're living proof of it. Look at this hair.
Thank you.
I want this hair, and if this gets me that hair, I want to know more about it. But what I'm excited about is I've actually done a tutorial on my channel on making a DIY turmeric mask. It has like over 150,000 views because I think turmeric is such a hot product right now. Don't you feel like just Indian ingredients that we grew up with, like from our parents and stuff, is so in?
Absolutely, and that's what basically our principles are behind Reshma Beauty.
I love that.
Turmeric, we have it in our diet. This is Uptan. Everyone knows about Uptan. Uptan is also
I don't. Tell me about Uptan.
So Uptan has turmeric as the main ingredient, and you know turmeric is anti-inflammatory.
Yes.
It's antioxidant, and it's also scientifically proven anti-cancer now.
Oh,
It's scientifically proven.
That's
and
amazing.
it's great because we eat it in our diet. So as part of Indian diet, but a lot of people now are taking turmeric pills actually.
yeah.
Because
my mom has been trying to get me on that. She's trying to get me on the fish oil, the vitamin, all of it. This is the
Also,
one I want to do on
yeah,
Monday.
Yeah. So this has got gram flour, which is a mild exfoliant in itself.
Okay.
Chana, got gram flour and barley flour.
So that's what you would say the difference is between this versus just like making your own turmeric. It's like has everything all in one together.
Yeah, and it's all pure, all
Cool.
natural, all pure. All you need is a few tablespoons.
Of the Greek.
You're right, of the Greek yogurt.
For dry skin.
For
I have
dry
dry
skin,
skin,
yeah.
yes.
So I recommend yogurt, Greek yogurt for dry skin, and then just mix it with 2-3 teaspoons, of the Uptan.
I'm excited. I
And
mean, this is
just-
a no-brainer for me. Like I'm all about all natural Indian ingredients and things like that, so I'm gonna do this for sure.
And then this is the toner rose water. The reason I bring this up with Uptan is because if you have oily skin, you can put that in.
Okay,
so
that's
we've
for
got,
oily.
Yeah, for the oily skin.
Dry.
So that
Can you
still
talk about the
suffices.
henna line?
Yes.
I mean, I just feel like I love how I'm interviewing you now, but this is really interesting.
So I actually didn't give you a box of henna because I wasn't sure if you wanted to try it.
I do want to try it if
Okay.
it makes that happen.
Yeah, and also this is the henna infused inspired deep conditioning mask. So you
Cool.
can use this at any time. So
But what's in henna that makes it so?
Right. So henna is a plant that's indigenous of the Indian subcontinent area.
Right.
And what it does is when it's dried and sifted, it actually has proteins that it releases and color properties and moisturizing properties. And the reason it's different than hair color, because unlike hair color that actually penetrates your hair shaft, therefore destroying it and splitting it, that's why we get split ends. Henna actually gently coats your hair. So it actually makes it stronger and thicker, and it seals in those proteins and the moisture. So
I'm just so excited for you because I feel like there needs to be more brown women in the beauty space, creating their own lines, and it's like you already have this TV career, and now the fact that you have such passion for this, I feel like that's why we bonded.
In conclusion, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
You know, I used to say I had like a set plan. I was like, I'm going to create that beauty product line meant for makeup line, specifically for South Asian women, and I want it to go globally, not just South Asian women. That's not, because what I've learned with my audiences and just being in the beauty industry, working on the corporate side now and the influencer side, there is such a need for the ethnic market to have more representation across Latin, African American, South Asian, all of it. And I want to create that product line, and it is going to happen. It is a dream of mine since I was a little girl, and I have to fulfill it. But it's no longer the end-all be-all dream. You know what I mean? Like, that used to be like, that is what I'm doing, and that's gonna be my like stamp on the world. But I would have never imagined that I could have done what I'm doing right now. You know, like I think there needs to be more media representation of people that look like me on TV. So, and I have the opportunity to do it. So I want to keep that going, see what happens. I want a book, I want a show, I want to do it all. So I don't want to say what I'm going to do in 5 years. What I know is I'm still going to be working really hard and driving forward, and hopefully like doing things that are game changing and helping other women.
That's fantastic.
I hope so.
And we'll be talking to you again very soon.
I hope so.
Thanks again for your time and your hospitality.
Yes, of course.
And wish you continued success.
Thank you. Thank you. Yay, that was so fun. Bye, guys.